Hello, my name is Alexis Morrison, and I'm going to share with you the Math Center that I have created. I have created a time and measurement math center for 4th grade. And the way that this center works is that the students have 10 to 12 minutes to complete this center. What they will do is, it is based around telling time and time measurement. And so I have some manipulatives here. I have some little clocks that have the hour hand and the minute hand, and they can move. So this is the manipulative for the center. And then I also have here, I have some time problem question cards. And they have common sayings on them, like this one says, 1/4 till noon. And then the other one says, 10 a.m. And if you notice there's a little number here in the corner, that is so the students, well, I'll show you the rest of the cards. Then there's card 3, a whole hour away from 2, a half an hour until it will be 3 p.m. And then 11 a.m. is only 1/4 of an hour away. And of course there would be more cards, but these are an example of 5 that we would have. And the student would, the Common Core objective is that the student uses, they use measurement for time along with simple fractions. And so the 1/4 of an hour is the simple fraction, and being able to tell that and to know what that is by time. And also another part of the student objective would be that they understand that you can't subtract time. You can only move it forward or backward. So the students have to complete at least 5 of the problem question cards to finish the center. So if I were a student, I have my piece of paper. They will need a blank piece of paper with their name. I have math, the date, and then what center it is that they are at. They're at the Math Time Center. And they would come and they would draw a card, and this is card number 1, so they would write number 1 down, and then they would read it 1/4 till noon, and they would have to make the clock say that. So 1/4 till noon is 11:45 a.m. So then they would write 11:45 a.m. and then they would move on with another card until they had completed at least 5. My plan to assess the students would be by watching them and observation and questioning, and then also they would have to turn their paper into me at the end of center time so that I could see if they were comprehending the skill of the task at hand. I think this is a really great center because it also incorporates, it's a skill that they need for everyday life. Telling time helps them be productive adults. So, I also wanted to share the learning styles that I incorporated in this center are for visual, to be able to see the clock and to see the time, and to read the card and see the words for your visual learners. For your tactile learners, the clock itself, getting to touch it and move it, I think would help. For a kinesthetic learner, also being able to move the hands and to the physical act of writing the answers down on the paper. An accommodation that I would make for this center would have my para or my teacher assistant, or even myself, if there was a student that needed an audio, if they needed the card read to them, then that would be an accommodation that we could do. And so that is my math center. I hope